Hi, grade 8. I'm on the bottom of page 248, and we're looking at a practice quiz number 2, which relates to lessons 5-6 through 5-9. The first 4 problems talk about least common multiple. So I'm going to do a couple problems similar to 1, 2, and 3, and 4, but I'm not going to do 1, 2, or 3, and 4. So let's talk about, about 12 and 15. If somebody said to you, find the least common multiple of 12 and 15, I'm going to do it 2 different ways. First method, let's list the multiples of 12. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96. And how about some multiples of 15? 15, 30, 45, 60, 72, no, not 72, 75 rather, 90, 105. How am I getting those? Well, I'm just adding 12 on top, and I'm just adding 15 on the bottom. Or I'm thinking, what's 15 times 1, 15 times 2, 15 times 3, 15 times 4, 15 times 5, 15 times 6, 15 times 7, and so on. What's the smallest multiple they have in common? That would be this 60, smallest multiple they have in common. Now, the other method is to write the prime factorization with exponents. And so I'd think about a factor tree, and this happens to be 2 to the second times 3 to the first. And 15 is 3 to the first times 5 to the first. And now we got to remember that rule. What does the rule say? The rule says multiply together the greatest power of each factor that you see. So I see 2's, I see 3's, and I see 5's there. There's 4 different factors, but it's really just 2's, 3's, and 5's. The greatest power of 2 is 2 to the second. Greatest power of 3 is 3 to the first, and the greatest power of 5 is 5 to the first. If I multiply those numbers together, that's 4 times 3 times 5. That's still an answer of 60. Either way, I get the smallest multiple that they have in common, 60. Let's try it with a different set of numbers. How about something like, I don't know, how about 7? And not 15, we just did 15. How about 7 and 12? 7 and 12. Smallest multiple they have in common. Well, I'm going to start listing the multiples of 7. 42, 49. How about some multiples of 12? 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, and 72. Do I have anything yet? No, not yet. Not yet. I got to keep going. 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 9 is 63. 7 times 10 is 70. 7 times 11 is 77. Anything yet? No, still don't see anything. Wow. Where is it? 7 times 12 is 84. How about 12 times 7 is 84. Hey, there it is. Yeah, sometimes you have to go out a ways, don't you? Smallest multiple they have in common is 84. Goes off the screen a little bit. What do I do with the other method? 7 is just simply 7 to the first. 12, we did that already. That's 2 to the second times 3 to the third. I multiply together the greatest power of each factor that I see. And so I end up with 4 times 3 times 7, which is 84. Same answer. Same answer. So let's go down to 5 through 8. Let's do some adding problems and subtracting problems there. I'm going to start with something similar to number 5. Number 5 says 3/4 plus 1/16. I'm going to do 1/4 plus 3/16. I'm going to look for a common multiple. In this case, it's 16. This one I don't have to do anything with. This one, 1/4. How many 16ths is 1/4? Well, isn't this a pattern of multiplying by 4? So it would be 4/16. Add them up, get 7/16. How about number 6? we're adding a negative number to a positive number. Adding a negative to a positive. How about something like negative 2/7 plus a positive 3/14? Very similar to what you got there. Common denominator is 14. 7 times, how many 14ths is 2/7? That's times 2 times 2, negative 4. So I got negative 4 plus a positive 3. That'd be negative 1/14. Okay, done there. Negative 1/14. How about something like number 7? How about 1 and 1? And my pen's dead. Let's try something else. How about 1 and 1/4 minus, how about something like a minusing of negative 7/12? How would I do that one? Well, common denominator is going to be 12. This would be 1 and 3/12 because 4 times 3 gets me to 12. So 1 times 3 is going to give me 3/12. Ooh, what about that subtraction of a negative? Isn't that the adding of a positive, according to the rules? And so we get 1 and 10/12, which is 1 and 5/6. And I bet I'm off the screen again. 1 and 10/12 equals 1 and 5/6. How about something like number 8, 6 and 3/4 minus 2 and 1/6. 6 and 3/4 minus 1 and 2/6. Well, I'm not going to do that one, but I'll do one similar. How about 6 and 4/5 minus 2 and 1/4? Well, what's going to be the common denominator of 5 and 4? I think that's going to be 20, isn't it? 5 times 4 is 20, so 4 times 4 is 16, right? 4/5 equals how many 20ths? Times 4 times 4, 16 20ths. How about this one? 4 times 5 is 20, so 1 times 5 is 5. What's 16 minus 5? Isn't that 11? And what is 6 minus 2? Isn't that 4? 4 and 11/20. Jump down to number 9. The low temperature is recorded at the right. Find the mean, the median, and the mode, and if necessary, round to the nearest tenth. Do I need to describe mean, median, and mode again? Okay. We'll do it for a different set of numbers. What if the temperatures instead were 78, 72, 56, 48, 75, and 71? And somebody said, find the mean, the median, and the mode. Well, the first thing I notice is that there is no mode. How do I know there's no mode? Because none of the numbers repeats. Second thing, let's go for the median. I'm going to write them in order from smallest to largest. 48, 56, 71, 72, 75, and 78. Oh, there's two middle numbers, 71 and 72. If I add those up, I get 143. If I divide by 2, 143 divided by 2 is 71.5. So that's my median. And now, I've got to find my mean. How do I find the mean? Well, I'm going to add up all the numbers. So let's see if we can do that on the run. This is, let's see, 126 when I add those two numbers together. When I add these two numbers together, I get 147. And when I get these two numbers added together, I get 127. We'll add them together. I get 14, 20, carry the 2. 4, 8, 10, carry area 1. I get 400. And I'm going to divide by 6 because there were 6 total numbers. I get 6, 36, 40. Oh, that seems like I'm repeating. So that's going to be 66.6 repeating. But if I round that to the nearest tenth, that's 66.7. rounded to the nearest tenth. And we're talking degrees here. Remember, it was a degree problem, so I put on the label of degrees, and that's mean, median, and mode for this particular set of problems. Look at the last one. Solve. A minus 1 1/3 equals 4 1/6. I'm not going to do that one, but I'll do one very similar to it. How about A minus 1 1/3 equals 3 2/6. So similar, but not exact. First thing I need is common denominators in my mind. So I'm going to change this to 1 2/6. 3 times 2 is 6, so the top 1 times 2 is 2. Then I'm going to use that method we've talked about, where I do the opposite of subtracting this, which is going to be adding this, and we're going to do it to both sides. So I get that. Next row, I'm left with an A on the left side, but on the right side, I'm left with 4 4/6, which is 4 2/3. And we're done. Those are the kinds of problems that you're seeing on Practice Quiz 2. Page number